Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. Today I'm doing a treat box with the Choose Happy stamp set. Doesn't have dies, but these aren't too bad to fussy cut, or you can just stamp them and cut out a circle or whatever shape you like. So I'm using Choose Happy and the Everyday Details dies, and also the 2-inch circle punch. Okay, I first want to say this is my new host code for now. Today when this goes up, there is free shipping on everything $75 or more, any purchase. So it's not including your shipping and tax, but it is quite a savings if there were some things that you wanted. So just if you're under $150, not including your shipping and tax, please put that in for me. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so this box measures 2 3/4 by 3 1/2 by 1 1/4 at the bottom. And it opens like this at the top. You have to take everything off. You could, if you don't want to do that, you could just put a magnet or a Velcro dot right at the bottom. It opens like that, and inside I have a Kit Kat and a Hershey bar. So what we need for this project is a piece of Daffodil Delight that is 8 1/2 by 8 1/4. You could use Lemon Lolly also and get almost the same effect. Some basic white for stamping. Night of Navy we use the 2-inch circle on. And this is some of the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. And I cut it out with the Everyday Details die, and it's about 1 7/8. Okay, and then we need 4 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 3 1/4. This is also a bold, Bright and Beautiful DSP. 2 of them we need the corners rounded on the bottom. Okay, so let me get my Simply scored. And we're going to start on the 8 1/2-inch side. Score at 1 1/4, 4, 5 1/4, and 8. Turn it to the 8 1/4-inch side and score at 1 1/4 and 4 3/4. Okay, now you just want to fold and burnish your score lines. Now how we have this, the 1/2-inch rectangle is over on the right side, and there is a 1 1/4-inch strip on the bottom and the left side. All right, and this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so we're going to start down over here. You're going to go to the first score line, and we always want to leave that score line attached to the square so that when we wedge it, it cuts off. Okay, then go to the next score line and cut it to the first score line and the next, and then you're going to wedge, which will take those bumpy score lines out. Okay, go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge up. Okay, now turn it so that your 1/2-inch rectangle is over here, and we're going to go to the first score line and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge up into that skinny rectangle. Now go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and we're going to take all 3 pieces off. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is round these corners up here. Alright, and that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, get some tear and tape and put it on what's left of the skinny rectangle next to the score line. And you want to take the backing off. Okay, flip it over and then put it together there. Okay, so now this part with the seam is our back. And we're going to close the bottom. Now you want to run your fingers down the sides, and then you're going to pull the top together just like that. And that's your box. Okay, now let's put our DSP on, but before we put the front piece on, we need some Night of Navy cardstock, along with the 2 words from the stamp set. There's 2 separate sentiments. One says happy and the bottom says summer. I thought this would be a really cute thing for the end of school. I used to make them when I was class mom. I would make them a little treat bag when treat bags were still allowed in New York. Okay, let that dry a minute. That one goes on the front, and then on the inside, the other one with the rounded corners. And then the front and the back are these 2 patterns. And they're all 4 of them are 2.5 by 3 1/4. Okay, then let's let that dry a minute while we do the rest of our stamping. So we need some basic white, and I'm going to be doing the sunshine and the sailboat. The sailboat and the sunshine, and then happy or choose are over here in script, or cursive some people call it, and then summer's right over here. There's a lot of different sentiments. That's why I love it. Okay, so we need some, Tuxedo Black Ink. And we need a sailboat. And the sun. And I have to fussy cut these out. Okay, so I'm only using 4 Stampin Blends. Light and Dark Daffodil Delight and Light and Dark Night of Navy. So with the Daffodil Delight, the light one, I'm going to fill in the middle of the sun and around the sun too. And then I'm just going to add some dark pieces along the outside of the sun. Okay, and I'm going to do the bottom of the boat. Is this light? Yeah, with light daffodil. No, light Night of Navy. And I'm going to do every other one of the stripes on the side of the sail. Okay, and then I'm going to use the light Daffodil Delight to finish out the sails. And I'll do the flag with the yellow too. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple. I love these images. They're very simple. Okay, now we're going to get our 2 circles. This is the 2-inch Night of Navy, and this is the 2 7/8 from the Bright and Beautiful DSP. I used the Everyday Details dies to cut it out. I'm going to attach these 2 together this way. So the Night of Navy circle just slightly shows around the edge, and it gives blue to all those little cutout circles. Okay, and then I'm going to get some dimensionals for this sailboat. I'm going to put a mini there, and a regular one will fit right on the sail. And I'm just going to put this right in the middle of here. This would be cute for baby boy invitations or baby shower or something like that would be cute. All right, and then we're going to take the sun and put it right there with some liquid glue. So only put liquid glue on the side here where you want to attach it. Okay, and then I'll let that dry. Okay, now you would put in your treats, and then to make the hole, because it's 3 thick, I use the larger side of my Crocodile. But if you could use a clip up here, or if you don't have that, you can use a magnet or a Velcro. You could just use a clip up there. All right, and then we need some Boho blue ribbon, which I couldn't find it. So this may be retired, but you can use whatever matches. There's several colors in here. Cut it off. And then I'm going to use the Baker's Twine 3-color pack, and I'm going to use the Lemon Lolly. I'm going to get 2 10-inch pieces, approximately. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie a bow around the base of this ribbon. You can as long as you get this part tight, you can tighten up the blue part. There we go. And then we're just going to tie a bow. Even that off and cut off a little bit. You want to be able to, if they want to, leave enough for them to retie it. Okay, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on our circle, and right there attach the sun to the circle just in case it's loose, which I doubt it is, but just in case. And then put that right over the sentiment, just above the sentiment there, and make sure that your little boat is straight. Okay, and then we need some ombre dots, ombre matte decorative dots, and I'm going to use the Night of Navy ones, and I'm going to put a large. Okay, and I'm going to put one here, and another large and small one. One there, and one there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. My email is below, along with all of the links to my blog and my shop. If you'd like to join my team for a little while longer, there is a special where you get a bunch of in-color stamp pads, cardstock, and Stampin' Write markers, and DSP if you join my team, and that's $99 free shipping. It comes to where I live, it comes to $107 with tax, but you get $125 of whatever you want to pick for $99, and then you get all the extra stuff too. So if you'd like to join my team, I would love it. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.